Hello, my dear reader. So before I start talking on the exact subject, I thought it would be important to start with a flashback so you would understand how this thought got into my mind. Why have I decided to bring this topic up? Yeah, it's pretty short really, but knowing myself, I can turn this into a half an hour shitstorm. So before I start, I'm sorry. So the thing is, I've got a friend. Yeah, very unexpected. But not just any friend. She's one of those friends who has been really really close to me for a very long period of time. It's like 5 years or so, maybe even more. And it's like, she's cray-cray. How is she still with me? How is she still holding on to me? I don't know, I've got no idea. The common word for these kind of friends is the best friend. You know, the society these days putting labels and shit. It's not that it's bad or something. Yeah, I'm proud to say that I've got one best friend and I'm pretty happy with her. But, so our universities are placed in different towns, so we'll have to get separated. We already are. And I'll explain in a minute why. So a very convenient thing with our universities is that we have to fly to these towns and take those exams, the optional ones, as if our final exams weren't enough. And we have to spend like a week or so in there and then go back in order to later receive our results and that sort of thing. And my friend flew to another town like after the day of the graduation party, and it wasn't really pleasant because that meant we wouldn't have any time to spend together before we get separated. So she said that she would arrive by the end of July. It's like right the week before I fly to another town. That week we were supposed to spend together, you know, doing some hardcore stuff and... but bullshit, that didn't happen. Because today I received some bad news from her. She said that she's arriving a week later, ironically. Like, she arrives right on the very day I leave the town. Like, how sick is that? Like, why? Why are you doing this to me? To say I was upset means to say nothing, honestly. I was so upset and saddened. I cried a lot. And you know, it made me a little bit happy. Now don't freak out, I'll explain. You know, the thought that I care so much about one certain person that even a thought of us getting separated for such a long period of time, like it's half a year, makes me burst into tears, makes my heart ache, you know? Makes me feel really upset. You know, it just kind of warms my heart. It shows that I care. It shows that I'm pretty much doing well as a human being. Yep. I actually made a little list. Like, very little. When I say little, it means it has only 2 points in there. Really not worth making a list, but still. Okay, the first point. Things will never be the same. Yeah, this is like the headline. Cool. So before we get separated, you tell each other, like you promise each other, things will always be the same. Things will always be the same between the two of you. You will always be the greatest friends of all times. You would text each other every day. You would send pictures to each other. And you would do these Skype calls thingy-majiggery. You know that's bullshit. Because things will never be the same. Because have you ever wondered where all these inside jokes take place between the two of you? It's because you spend a lot of time together. Even when you don't feel like it, you are together. That's where all the inside jokes come from the time you spend together. And it won't be like that when you'll be in different towns. She will have your own friends, you will have your own friends, hopefully. And things will never be the same. The second point is called Watch Them Go. This pretty epic, I know. And by the headline, I think you already know what I mean. Because that's pretty fucking obvious. And you know that moment when you're about to say farewells to your friends on your last meeting? You just kind of say, yeah, like, goodbye and all that sort of thing, and then you turn back and go home. That's what normal people do. I'm just kind of mesmerized. Instead of just turning back and minding my own business and thinking about all the happy memories they brought me, I just turn back and watch them go. I watched their backs as they disappear in the crowd. It's like, why do I do it? Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. And you know, that doesn't really affect me at all at daytime. But when it's nighttime, I feel like there's a little filter in my brain which divides my thoughts into the daytime thoughts and the nighttime thoughts. And when it's night, all the shit that's been hiding behind the filter at the daylight it engulfs me. And all these memories of all my friends disappearing from my side, they kind of manifest in my brain, in my memory, and I just can't comprehend it. All this sadness I start feeling all of a sudden, I can't comprehend it. It's like, it's unbearable. And you know, one night I realized that the moment when I said goodbye to all of my friends, I realized that there was a whole page in my book of life that's been turned. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to be turned, go back. But apparently life goes on whether I want it or not. Sometimes I just have to deal with it. So yeah, I'm not that depressive, okay? And before you start thinking that I'm a fucking emo scum, I'm gonna tell you that my friend once told me a very interesting thing. He said that all the bad memories, all the shit that I'm going through is gonna go away one day. It's like I'm freeing this space for the new memories, which are gonna be really good, even better than I can imagine. And he said it so basically, like so casually. It's either really obvious to him or he didn't fucking know what was he talking about. Either way, I kind of appreciated it. And now it kind of motivates me, you know, this phrase that he said once. I kind of feel like all the bad stuff that's happening to me, all the time that I feel sad, I kind of feel like all that shitty time is like a prequel to all of my life, which is gonna be just happy and lovely with a happy ending. Not like a Harry Potter one where everyone dies. So that's it, really. I reckon this is pretty much a good and motivating conclusion to this video, to this depressing video. Leave a comment and let me know if you've got any experience of saying farewells to your friends and how you dealt with it, and maybe I helped you a little bit, maybe I motivated you a little bit. That would be great. Look forward to new chapters and bye!